Sometimes silence is the loudest cry of the heart. There comes a time when you stop trying, not because you have stopped caring, but because your soul is tired of being the only one who does. You reach a point where your peace becomes more important than proving your worth to someone who cannot see it. And that is when everything changes. They know. Deep down, they know they're the reason you stopped reaching out. They know they made you question your own effort, your own value, your own place in their life. You didn't vanish one morning for no reason. You withdrew slowly, quietly, softly, like a candle burning out after giving light for too long. You didn't walk away with anger. You left with understanding. You understood that love cannot survive in a place where only one person is watering it. You understood that no matter how deeply you care, if someone doesn't meet you halfway, you'll eventually run out of energy. And that's what happened. You reached your limit. They might act like they don't care, like your absence doesn't affect them, but they feel it. They notice your silence. They feel the empty space where your words used to fill their days. They remember how you once checked in when no one else did, how your messages carried warmth even when their world felt cold. And now that warmth is gone. You see, people often realize the value of love only when they lose it. They test your patience, take your kindness for granted, and assume you'll always be there waiting. But the truth is, even the strongest hearts get tired. Even the most patient souls stop waiting when they finally understand that waiting is only breaking them inside. You didn't stop reaching out because you stopped loving. You stopped because you finally started respecting yourself. You stopped because you realized that you cannot heal in the same place that keeps wounding you. You stopped because you understood that love, without effort, becomes pain. And they know. They might never admit it out loud, but their heart knows exactly what they lost. They replay your conversations. They look back at old memories. They think of your voice, your laughter, your words, and they feel something they didn't before. Regret. Because you were real. You loved with sincerity. You gave without asking for anything in return except effort, honesty, and presence. You didn't ask them to be perfect. You only asked them to care. And when they couldn't do that, your silence became your final act of love. Not revenge, not pride, but peace. Maybe they thought you'd always chase. Maybe they believed your love had no end. But every heart that loves deeply also learns deeply. And you learned that sometimes letting go is an act of strength, not weakness. Now, they're the ones who check their phone hoping for a message that never comes. They scroll through your pictures, reread your old words, and wonder if you ever think of them. They pretend they've moved on, but every time they hear your name, something inside them softens. They remember the way you used to show up, not just physically, but emotionally, Spiritually, you saw their pain even when they hid it. You believed in their light even when they were lost in darkness. And now, that light is gone, and they feel it. They might even tell people, "We just grew apart." But that's not true. They pushed you away. Their inconsistency made you doubt the connection. Their silence taught you that love shouldn't feel like begging. Their actions made you realize that sometimes love alone isn't enough. But you're not bitter. You're not angry. You've grown. You've turned your pain into wisdom. You've learned that silence doesn't mean weakness. It means peace. You've learned that not everyone you love is meant to stay. Some people come into your life to teach you how to choose yourself. And now, that's exactly what you're doing. Choosing yourself. You wake up in the morning, no longer waiting for their message. You smile again, even if it's small. You feel the air lighter because you've released what was heavy. You've stopped seeking closure because you've realized the closure is in understanding that you deserved better. They see it. They see your energy shift. You're calmer now. You glow differently. You're not chasing anymore. You're simply existing in peace. And that peace is something they can feel, but can no longer touch. It hurts them now, the way they once hurt you. They see your strength and wonder how you moved on so gracefully. But what they don't understand is that strength was built from pain. Every tear you shed watered your growth. Every sleepless night became a lesson. Every unanswered message taught you patience and self-worth. Now, you live with a quiet kind of confidence, the kind that doesn't need validation. You know your heart is pure, your intentions were genuine, and your love was real. You no longer need them to see your value, because you finally see it yourself. And that's the beauty of walking away with grace. You didn't leave to prove a point. You left to protect your peace. You didn't stop reaching out because you wanted them to chase. You stopped because you realized chasing them was making you lose yourself. They know it. Every time they close their eyes, they feel it. They know they're the reason for your silence, the reason you stopped caring in the same way, the reason you've moved differently. It's a quiet truth that lives inside them, one they cannot escape. And in moments of loneliness, they think about you, about how they could have done better, about how they let their ego win over love. They wish they had replied faster, listened deeper, cared harder. They wish they hadn't mistaken your patience for permanence. But you're not the same person anymore. The version of you that kept trying no longer exists. You've grown into someone who doesn't beg for love. You attract it. Someone who doesn't chase peace. You create it. Someone who doesn't fear letting go. You trust that what's meant for you will always return in the right way. Now, when you think of them, there's no anger, no hate, just a distance. You remember the lessons, the memories, the laughter, and you let them rest in the past. You understand that not everyone can meet you at your depth, and that's okay. You're not here to convince anyone of your worth. You're here to protect your peace and keep growing. And here's the truth. One day, they might finally understand. They'll understand that love requires presence, not promises. They'll realize that you can't keep taking someone's love for granted and expect them to stay. They'll understand that silence isn't coldness. It's the sound of someone who's tired of explaining what should have been obvious. You didn't stop reaching out to punish them. You stopped because you finally learned how to love yourself the way you once loved them. You stopped because your peace started mattering more than their attention. And even though it hurts to let go of someone you once dreamed of forever with, you've come to realize that holding on hurts more than losing them ever could. Now, you walk with strength. You walk with calmness. You walk with gratitude. Because you know everything that broke you also built you. You've learned that not every loss is a failure. Some losses are divine redirections. Maybe the universe had to remove them from your life to show you what real peace feels like. Maybe it had to silence their voice so you could finally hear your own. So you don't look back in anger. You look back with understanding. Because now you see the truth. They were never meant to stay. They were meant to awaken you. And they know it too. They feel your absence in every moment they used to take for granted. They see you living peacefully and realize that your silence was your healing, not your punishment. You've stopped wasting time on people who only show love when they feel your absence. You've stopped waiting for people to match your energy. You've stopped hoping they'll become the person you always believed they could be. Because now, you've learned to give that love to yourself. And that's what real healing looks like. Not anger, not revenge, not proving your worth. Just peace. So yes, they know. They know they're the reason you stopped reaching out. They know they pushed away someone who only wanted to love them. They know they lost a real one. And while they carry that regret, you carry peace. You walk lighter now. You smile deeper. You breathe easier. Because you've learned that sometimes silence isn't emptiness. It's the space where your soul begins to heal. So let them wonder. Let them regret. Let them miss you in their quiet hours. Because you, my dear, have already learned the most powerful truth of all, that love begins with you. You are not cold. You are not distant. You are healing. You are growing. And your silence, your peace, your calm, that is your victory.